Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of Complete Python, specifically designed for data science and artificial intelligence. In this session, we will discuss about the another important data structure, that is tuple. Tuple is inbuilt data structure in Python, just like list. Even tuple are faster than the list because they are fixed in size. Although we cannot insert, delete or change the element of the tuple, but they can be very useful when you need a data structure of fixed length. Then rather than using the list, it's better to use the tuple because tuple are faster than the list. So let's master this data structure in this lecture. Fine, okay. So here is the structure of the tuple, how we define the tuple. This is the name of the tuple, and we define the tuple in Python by round braces. So we simply write the data in the round braces and tuple defined, that's it. We can see over here, okay, we can define different type of data, like we can define integer, we can insert integer, string, float, even we can insert another data types also, another data structures also inside the tuple data structure. So this is how we define the tuple in Python. Simple, the idea here is that with the round braces, we can define the tuple in Python. Fine, okay. Now let's read this statement related to the tuple. Tuples are ordered and immutable collection of elements of any data type. So actually this is the definition of the tuple, which is having three important property of the tuple. Tuples are ordered, they are ordered. Ordered means at which location you are storing the data, you can access from that location itself. Okay, so because tuples are ordered, so you can access the elements from the tuple by indexing, like if you stored 1 at 0th index and this element at 1th index, then you can access it anytime by its index, okay, because tuples are ordered. Fine, okay. Another important property of the tuple is that tuples are immutable. Immutable means you cannot delete the item in tuple, you cannot insert the item from tuple, and you cannot change the item inside the tuple. Okay, directly you cannot perform these operations. And we can store any type of data inside the same tuple. So here we are storing integer also, float also, string also, even other data structure also inside the tuple. Fine, okay. Let me add more thing inside it. So let's read this another statement over here. Tuples in Pythons are stored internally as contiguous memory of block, okay, similar to list. So lists are stored in contiguous memory block. Similarly, tuples are also stored in contiguous memory block, and that's why actually we are able to access the element by its index values. Fine, okay. Let's see now different characteristics of the tuple data structure. First one, these are important property of the tuple data structure. First one is tuples are unchangeable, means they are immutable, means you cannot add, you cannot remove or modify the items inside the tuple once that is created. While creation, okay, you can insert the elements, but once that is created, you cannot add, remove or modify the item from the tuple directly. Fine, okay. Another important property of the tuple is that tuples are ordered, means you can access the element from the tuple by its indexing, by the indexing. So wherever you are storing the element, at whichever index you are storing the element, you can access it from there itself. So tuples are ordered. So it's maintain the order of the data insertion. In which order you are inserting the data, you can retrieve the data in the same order. Fine, okay. Next property is the tuples are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means tuple can store different type of data, integer, float, string, even other data structure also inside the tuple. Different data types we can store together inside the same tuple. So tuples are heterogeneous. Next one is duplicates. Tuples allow duplicate elements. You can see here in this example itself, this string and this string are same. So duplicate elements are allowed in tuple. So these are the most important characteristics of the tuple. Fine, okay, let's move on now. Let's talk about the tuple indexing. Just like list, Tuple also allow positive indexing and negative indexing. Okay, let me show you. So this is our tuple we have with us. We have some element in it, 10, 20, 30 up to 80. We are allowed positive indexing. So it's a positive indexing. Okay, so we can access the element by this positive indexing. So positive indexing start with 0 and okay, going up to here up to 7. So we can access the element with the help of this positive indexing. So if you want to access this element, you can use this positive indexing. You simply need to write T in the square braces, the index, which element you want to access, write its index over here. So this will access you this element 10. Python also allowed for tuple negative indexing. Just like list, we also have here negative indexing. Negative indexing similar way, starting with -1 means this element can be accessed by writing index as -1. So I can write T -1. So this way I can access 80, and any other element I can access by writing over here the minus index. Maybe I can write -6. This way I can access 30. So positive as well as negative, both indexing is available with the tuples in Python. Okay, fine. Okay, let me erase this screen. Yeah, this is showing that okay, how you can access the element. If you want to access the 0th element, you need to write just tuple name. In the square braces, you need to write the index, which element you want to access. So by index, you can access the element. This is the positive index you are using, and here okay, you are using the negative indexing. So if you want to access this element, you can access by writing this T0 or T -8. Both will actually access you this 10 element. Fine. Okay, so Python allowed in tuples positive as well as negative indexing. Now let's try to create the tuples in Jupyter notebook, and let's perform many other operations. Let me go to the Jupyter notebook now. Okay, now let's see how to create the tuple in different way, how to create the empty tuple, or how to create the tuple with many different type of elements. So different type of tuples we will create. Let me make the heading over here, creating different type of tuple. Fine. Okay, I'm taking over here sample code through which we can discuss different type of way to create the tuple. Okay, here is the sample code. So let me go through this sample code. So here in this sample code, we have two ways to create the empty tuple. One is this, simply write the round braces, and this is the tuple name. Tuple 1 is the tuple name. Empty tuple is created, that's it. Otherwise, we can use the tuple constructor also. This is the tuple constructor. This can be used to create the empty tuple. So these are the two ways through which we can create the empty tuple. We can create a tuple with mixed keys. Means mixed key means integer, float, string together I can put inside the same tuple. Yes, simply in the round braces write integer, float, string, or other data structure also we can add inside it. So this statement is creating a tuple with mixed keys, and the tuple name is tuple 3. We can create the nested tuples also. Nested tuple means tuple inside tuple. So you can see outside we have round braces, inside also this is another inside tuple. Okay, so there is a tuple inside tuple. Okay, I have inserted one list also inside it, but we can create tuple inside tuple. Okay, so this is the nested tuple we have in this. We can convert a list also inside the tuple. We can convert list to tuple by using the tuple constructor. So this is the list we have. This is the sample list we have. We know that we create the list by square braces. Now we are passing this list to this constructor tuple function. Okay, we are passing this list, sample list, to our this tuple constructor. Okay, so if we are not passing anything, you can see upside, if we are not passing anything, then this will create an empty tuple. if you are passing the list, then this will create a tuple from this list elements. We can create the tuple from set also. Okay, this is how we define the sets. Sets we define actually by using the curly braces. We will discuss about the set later on in very detail, but okay, right now you can see that okay, we are defining the set, and in our tuple constructor we are passing this set. We are passing this set over here. This will create the tuple by using these sets element. So now tuple name is tuple 6. We can concatenate also two tuples. So simply we can use the plus operator to concatenate any number of tuples. So here we concatenate two tuples, tuple 5 and tuple 6, and created another tuple, tuple 7. So let me try to print all these tuples now. So let me execute this, and now let me take the print statements and print all the tuples over here. So all the tuple which we created, tuple 7, tuple 6, tuple 5 and so on, all the tuple I am printing now. So let me execute this code. Yes, we have created successfully initially two empty tuples. This is the mixed key tuple we created. This is the nested tuple we created, and okay, this one is let me see, we created this tuple, I think we created, yes, using the list. So we converted the list to tuple. Here we created a tuple from the set, and here we concatenate two tuples, actually tuple 5 and tuple 6. We concatenate two tuples. So these are the different ways to create the tuple. Fine, okay. Now let's try to access the elements from the tuple. So let me make the heading over here. Okay, I'm taking a sample tuple over here. I'm creating a tuple. So just simply put the value in the round braces. Tuple is created. Done. We created the tuple. Now let me try to access the element. So we can access the element by positive indexing also and negative indexing also. So let's start by positive indexing, how we can access the elements. So I will keep printing them. So let me print the element inside the tuple, maybe at any location, maybe at 4th index. So the element at 4th index is actually 5. If I execute it, we get 5. So you can see over here. So let me write the index of the elements. So this is the 0 index, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can access a range of elements also. So maybe I can start from first index. So let's start from the first index, then colon, and okay, up to okay, I want to print up to 7. So if I want to print up to 7th element, I need to write 8 over here. Done. So if I will execute it, then okay, I need to put the round braces. So if I execute it, I am accessing the element from first index from 2 to 8. So from first index to 7 index, so means 2 to 8 we are accessing the elements. Even I don't need to pass the starting index. By default that will start from the 0th index. Okay, if I'm not passing the starting index, I'm simply writing colon and n index, okay, 8. So this will by default start with the 0 and starting 0th index and going up to the 7th index. This thing I can do with the last index also. I may not put the last index. So let me put the starting, maybe I'm starting from 3. I'm not putting the last one. So if I'm executing it, so this will start from the 3rd index, and this will go up to the last, up to 10. This is printing 3rd index, the value is 4, so it's printing 4 to 10. Fine. Okay, so let me write some more statements to access the element. I can access all the element, okay, without mentioning the starting and ending index. By default that will start from 0 and go till the end. So this way also I can print. See, I'm printing all the elements starting from 1 to 10. Okay, so if I'm not passing starting and end, this will start from 0 and go till the end. Fine, okay, so let me erase this. Now let's see the negative indexing, how with the help of negative indexing we can access the elements inside the tuple. Okay, we write the negative indexing so that we can see from where we are accessing the element. Now I can directly take some index and I can print the element from there. So let me try to access any element at -3rd position, let's suppose. So -3rd position element is 8, so this will print 8. Yeah, it's printing 8. We can print a range of element also by negative indexing. So let me print that. So maybe I'm starting from -9, from this -9, this 2 value, and maybe going up to -4, means up to 7. So up to, if I need to go -4, then I need to write -3, okay, because that will go 1 less than that. So if I execute it, so this will print 2 to 7, okay, 2 to 7 it's printing, 1 less than -3, that is -4. Even I can skip the starting or ending position, okay, here with the colon. If I do not mention the starting position, then by default this will start from 0. Maybe I am mentioning, okay, -3, up to -3 we are going. So if I am printing, this will start from 0 index and going till the actually up to 7, 1 less than -3, -4. So 1 to 7 this will print. So you can see over here downside 1 to 7. Okay, maybe I can skip the second end index also. By default that will go till the end of the tuple. Just simply write colon. I do not mention the starting and ending index. So by default that will start from the starting and go till the end. And okay, this is about the negative indexing. You can go, even we can mix the negative and positive indexing. So let me write one more statement over here. Maybe I'm starting from -9 and I'm saying that, okay, I'm going till the positive 9, okay. So if I print the element, let's see. So this, what this should print actually, -9 is 2, this should start printing from 2, and 9 index will be actually up to this 10 value is at the 9th index. So this should print up to 9, 2 to 9. So let's execute and see. Yeah, it's printing from 2 to 9. It's printing from 2 to 9. Fine, okay, so this is how we can access the element by negative indexing. One more thing you can note over here is that, okay, let me, okay, take this tuple downside. One more thing you can note over here is that by default we are accessing the element one after the other, one by one, okay, but you can mention the step also, just like in list we mentioned the step. So okay, let me show you. You can access the every second element, every third element, or every kth element. So step number also you can mention while accessing the element. So let me write print. I'm accessing the element from this tuple, maybe from 2nd index till the 7th index, colon. Now one more colon I have written over here, and I'm mentioning the step. I'm saying that from 2 to 7 take every second element, So third parameter also we can pass over here, that is the step parameter, okay. So if I'm executing it now, we can see here, okay, starting from the second position, that is 3. Now every second element, 3, 5, 7, we are printing like this way, okay. Maybe I can print all the element this way also. Print tuple double colon and step value is 2. So this will start from 0 because we don't mention the start index, we do not mention the end index. This will go till the end, and every time this will take 2 steps. So if I execute this, let me put the round braces, and if I execute it, this is starting from 1, and every time like it's going 1, 3, 5, 2 step jumping by 2. Maybe I can mention 3 also over here. So this will start taking the jump of 3. So yes, 1, then 4, and then 7, and then 10. So this step value also we can mention. This way also we can access the element. We can access the element from back side also by using negative indexing. If I'm writing, okay, let me write one more statement over here. Print tuple colon colon -1. Let's suppose I'm writing over here. So -1 is showing that, okay, we are accessing the element from the back side now. So we are accessing the element one by one. Step number is 1 only, but -1 is showing that we are accessing from the back side. So this will start printing the element from the back side. Actually, this statement will reverse the list. Reverse the tuple, not list. It's a tuple we are executing, okay. So you can see here 10, 9, 8, 7, it's reverse the tuple. Fine. Okay, now let's try to access the element from nested tuple. Let me make the heading over here. Let me take a sample nested tuple over here. So this is our nested tuple we have. You can see over here that, let me show you. There is a tuple inside the outer tuple, okay. One tuple is here. Although inside the outer tuple we have one string also and one list also. So this inside tuple is at 0th position in outer tuple. This another tuple is at the first location in outer tuple. This string is at the second position, and this list is at the third position in the outer tuple. Okay, so we have tuple inside tuple, and let's see how we can access the element from this tuple. Simple, that is very easy. Just like we access the element from the 2D matrix, same way we can access over here. So let me print the element from the nested tuple. Nested. So simply I just need to mention first, okay, from which position I want to go first of all. Okay, maybe I want to access the element from the first position tuple. So I need to write 1 if I want to access the element from first position tuple. After that, I need to tell, okay, I want to access which element from this inside tuple, 0th element, first element, or 2nd element. So let's suppose I want to access 2nd element maybe. So that's it, done. If I will execute it, so we will be accessing 3.5 actually. Let me execute it. Yes, finding 3.5. Fine, okay, one more statement, okay, I can write over here. Let me try to access the element from the 0th, this 0th tuple, okay. So that is the same thing I will write, nested tuple, 0th tuple I want to access, which element? Maybe 1th element, okay. So from 0th tuple, 1th element is 20. So this should print 20. Let me execute it. Yes, it's printing 20. I can access the element from the list also. I can access this string also directly. Okay, let me try to access the element from the list. The same way I am accessing from the inside tuple, the same way I can access from the list also, from here also. Fine, okay, let me write the statement. Nested tuple. Now this is at the 3rd position. This list is at the 3rd position in outer list, outer tuple. And maybe I want to access 10. So 10 is at the 0th position in the list. So that's it. Let me execute it. And yes, we have printed successfully 10. This 10 over here. So this is how we can access the element from the nested tuple. So let me erase it and move on. Okay, there is one more concept in Python, that is unpacking the tuple. Unpacking the tuple means taking the elements of the tuple and storing it into the variables. Actually, we already know about the packing the tuple. Packing the tuple means storing the elements inside the tuple, but now we are unpacking them. Okay, let me show you by taking one example. Let me make the heading over here, unpacking the tuple. Fine, let me define a temporary tuple over here. So we packed the tuple with 3 values, 10, 20 and 30. Now try to unpack them. I can receive these elements into some variable like x, y and z simply by writing tuple name, assigning tuple name to these variables. I get all the elements of the tuple inside these variables. So let me print these x, y and z and show you. Yes, we have successfully unpacked the tuple. So tuple was packed with 3 elements 10, 20 and 30. We just unpack it. We take the element of the tuple into these 3 variables and okay, we show that okay, we received the elements actually. So this is known as unpacking the tuple. Even we do not need to mention 3 variables over here. I can do that with 1 variable itself. I can receive all the elements by 1 iterator variable. Okay, let me show you how we can do that. So I can just mention star x is equal to tuple. This star is a iterator which will take all the elements from the tuple and okay, let me store all that in the form of a list. Whatever elements we will receive, we will store them in the form of list. Okay, let me print this now. Print this values. So this will print all the values once again. Yes, you can see over here. So we receive all the element of the tuple. I don't know how many elements there are inside the tuple, but they will be now get stored in the form of a list. And x is a iterator over here. So with the iterator we are printing all the elements and we created a list over here. So this is known as unpacking the tuple. Fine, okay. Now let's access the element inside the tuple with the help of the loop. Let me make the heading over here. Let me take a sample tuple over here. So this is the tuple of having 1 to 10 elements. So with the help of for loop, we can simply print all the elements inside the tuple for I in tuple. So let me print all the element. Done. So here with the help of for loop and with the help of in operator, we are accessing all the elements inside this tuple. So in operator is accessing one by one all the elements from the tuple, taking this inside I variable and we are printing this I variable. That's it. So we are just printing the tuple just like we print the element in the list. That's it. We can print the element of the tuple by its index also. Tuples are ordered, so we can access the element by index. So through index also we can access the element. Let me access the element through index for I in range up to what? Up to the length of this tuple. So we are going from 0 to up to the length of the tuple, length minus 1, and let me print all the element through the index starting from 0 to up to the length minus 1. So yes, we printed all the elements once again, but this time by using the index. So I is having index this time. Earlier I was having the values directly. We were taking the value from the tuple, storing into I and we were printing that. But this time we are taking the index. The index will start from 0 up to length minus 1 we will go, and we are accessing all the element in the tuple through the index. That's it. The same thing we can do with the while loop also. Same thing. I starting from 0 while I is less than length of tuple. Let me print all the elements. So by index we are accessing the element. Okay, one more statement I need to add. I need to manually increment the I value in while loop. So that's it. If I execute it, one more time we print over here 1 to 10. So 3 times we print, 1 for this loop, 1 for this loop and 1 for this loop. Fine, okay, let's move on. Okay, we know that tuples are immutable, means we cannot delete, insert or modify the item inside the tuple directly, but we can do that indirectly, means we can convert the tuple to list and then we can perform all these 3 operations and then we can convert back list to the tuple. So indirectly we can do that. So okay, let's try to do that over here. So let me make the heading over here. Fine. Let me take a sample tuple. So this is the sample tuple we have with us, which is having the element 10, 20, 30.5. One string is also there. One list is also there inside the tuple. Fine. Okay, this is the mix element tuple we have with us. Let me try to modify one item in this. Maybe 10. I'm replacing this 10 with 1000. So what I can do, in the tuple at 0th position, let me try to put 1000. Let's see if this will allow us to modify the item or not. No, this is generating the error. This is showing that tuple object does not support item assignment. So we cannot directly modify the tuple. Okay, we cannot directly modify the tuple. But okay, we can do indirectly that. Okay, before showing you that okay, how we can do indirectly, how we can modify the tuple, one thing we can do directly. What is that? We can modify the mutable items of the tuple. So this list is mutable. Okay, so we can modify this list inside the tuple. Okay, let me show you. So what I can do over here in the tuple, this list is at which location? Okay, this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So list is at the 4th location, and let's suppose I want to replace this 40 with 1000. So 40 is at the 0th position in the list. Here I am placing 1000, and if I execute it, let me see it, is this executing right or no? Okay, this statement is getting the problem. I am putting it in the comment. Fine. Okay, this statement is executed successfully, and let me show you the tuple itself. Let me print this tuple, and we can see that okay, we have successfully replaced directly 40 with 1000. So directly we updated our tuple, not actually tuple, inside the tuple this mutable item was there. So list can be modified, which is mutable, inside the tuple directly. Okay, that is allowed in Python. But indirectly we can modify other elements also. All the elements we can modify, insert and delete indirectly. Means by converting tuple to list, perform the operation and back convert tuple list to the tuple. So let's perform all these operations. First I am performing the modification. So simply first let me create a list over here. By using the list constructor, I am converting the tuple, this tuple. So with this statement I am converting the tuple to the list. So list constructor will convert this tuple to a new list. Fine, done. After converting it, maybe I want to replace now this 10 with 1000. I can do that in my list. In list, all these operations are allowed. At the 0th position, I am placing the 1000. So after doing this, after making the modification, now I can convert back my list to the tuple by using the tuple constructor. So let me convert it back. Tuple equal to tuple constructor. In tuple constructor I am passing the list. Done. So here this tuple constructor take the list, convert it back to the tuple, and let me print this tuple now. Print tuple. Done. So you can see over here we replace this 10 successfully to 1000, but indirectly we are doing this thing. We are converting our tuple to list, making the modification and then converting back list to the tuple. So for that we are using these two constructor. Tuple constructor is helping us to convert a list to tuple, and list constructor is helping us to convert a tuple to list. We can do this thing for deletion and for insertion also. Okay, let me insert the element. Same thing I need to do. First I will convert the tuple to the list. Done. After that, okay, if I want to insert, let's suppose I want to insert at the end, so I can use the append function. Let's suppose I want to insert new string I want to insert, at the end of this list. So I have done that. Now let me convert back this list to the tuple by using the tuple constructor. Passing the list inside this tuple constructor, this statement converting the list back to tuple. Now done. Now I can print the tuple to check out okay if insertion is done or not. Yeah, insertion is done. Over here we can see that in our tuple new is inserted indirectly. Same thing we can do for the deletion also. So let me write over here. Same thing, I need to convert the tuple to list by using the list constructor. Done, converted. Now I can perform the deletion. Okay, let's suppose I want to remove 1000. Okay, this 1000 I want to remove. So in the remove function I am passing the value which I want to remove. So this will remove 1000. Now this remove the 1000, and now let's convert back list to the tuple. Tuple equal to tuple constructor, and pass the list inside it. So this will convert, and let me print it. Print the tuple now. Then you can see over here 1000 is removed, 1000 is no more here. So we perform all the three operations in deletion, insertion and modification indirectly inside the tuple. Okay, we can perform direct modification also, but only with mutable item like mutable list we can perform this direct modification. Otherwise direct modification is not allowed. Fine. Okay, we see how to insert, delete and modify the element inside the tuple indirectly, and we see over here okay how to iterate through the tuple by using for loop, while loop. We also check out okay how to perform unpacking of the tuple, how to access the element from the nested tuple, and how we can access the element by step like 2-step or 3-step, or by in the reverse order we can access the element from the back side by -1, step value if -1. We also see okay how to access the element by positive and negative indexing, and in the starting okay we check out how to create different type of tuples, Fine. Okay, so let's go back to our PPT now. Oh, it's exam time. So okay, let's practice some GATE DA questions. One advice from my side, please try it yourself first, then okay you can check out the solution. Okay, let's check out the question. So here is the question with us. So let me read the problem statement over here. What will be the output of the following code? So this code is given to us, we need to find the output. So let's see, okay, they define some function over here. This is a tuple. Okay, they are defining a tuple because round braces are there. Actually, whenever you multiply the tuple with some integer, that will multiply the elements. Actually 2 will be repeated 100 times. So this will be a tuple of 2 is repeating how many times? 100 times 2 will be repeated 100 times. Okay, so we created a tuple of 100 elements. Every element is having the 2 value in this statement, and here we are calling the function, this function we are calling, and we are passing this tuple. The size of the tuple is 100. Okay, this is the size 100 also we are passing. So in n we are receiving 100, in m we are passing this 2, and a is receiving the tuple. Fine. Okay, and whatever we will get back from this function we will print that. Fine. So let's see what this function is doing. We are accessing the 0th element inside the tuple, that is 2 only. Actually every element is 2, so this is accessing 2. So we get 2 in the S. After that there is a loop over here which is starting from 0 going till the end of the, going till 99 you can say. Okay, going till the n, 99, n value is 100. So 1 to 99. We are performing some, we are solving this expression, some expression. Let me do that. So m value here is, that is m into s plus ai, M value is 2, S value is we find out, okay, we are accessing 0th location element, that is 2, and okay, at AI means at A1 again we have 2, actually in complete A we have 2. So what we get over here, 4 plus 2, 6. So total value, in this total variable we have value 6. Again we go back to the loop. Oh, again we perform the same operation over here, and if you will see over here, we are not modifying the M value. We are not modifying the M value inside anywhere inside the loop. We are not modifying the S value, and all the values of this tuple are 2 only. So this value will be same. A value will always be 2, S value will always be 2, and whatever value you will access from this tuple, A tuple, that will be 2 only. So every time the value calculated from this expression will be 6. And one more thing you can note over here is that we are not updating our total also. Every time we are replacing the total with 6. So doesn't matter how many times we are executing this loop, the total will be get stored 6 only every time. Every time we are storing 6 in total, 6, 6, 6. So this should print 6. So this will return 6 and we will print 6. So 6 should be the output. Yes, 6 is the output for this code. Fine, okay, let's move on. Oh, that's it for this session. Stay tuned to crack the GATE DA exam with below 100 rank. Meet you in the next session.